you've got dancers, it's top dollar, right? No, accent, that would be nationality, or where they're from. Their culture, we have it here, Simon. Go on. Culture. Their culture. Okay, just to talk a little bit about each. Okay, skin colour, yeah, self-explanatory, yeah. Nationality, who said nationality? Is where you're from, where you're born. Okay. Religion, who said religion? That's your beliefs. Okay? And culture, anyone like to tell me what culture means? Can you? Okay, we'll move on. No. Not where they're from, their colour. No. No. It is sort of what they believe in. It's along that line. Yes, you might. How they brought up. I'm going to give it to you. Yeah, I'm going to give. It's a way of life. Okay. It's a way of life. It's how you live your life. Okay. Now, I'll ask you a question. I used to experience racism. What area did I experience racism? In football. In what area?
Wales.
In Wales. I didn't experience it in Wales. Go on. Not Cardiff. Yes, it was in Swindon. Okay. The way I used to experience my racism from my nationality. Okay? Because I'm a Welsh boy and I went to play in England. Okay? And I played for Cardiff City for many years. And then I joined Exeter, Bristol City, and then from Bristol City I went to Swindon. And Cardiff City don't really get on with any of those clubs. Okay? They sort of don't get on with Bristol City, and then Bristol City and Swindon don't get on. So I was just a troublemaker, really. I used to go around causing trouble. Okay? Now, through my nationality, but why didn't I experience it from my skin colour? They normally, and what colour am I? Okay, excellent. Well, I'm not actually white. Okay? What colour am I? Tan. Okay, I do like sundays, now and then. A brownish colour. Okay, I'll give it to you. It is a brownish colour. I'm actually mixed parentage. That means I have one black mother and one white father. Okay? Do I look mixed parentage? No. There's a saying, never judge a book by its cover. Who's heard that saying? Would anyone like to tell me what it means? The intelligence ones. You should all have your hands up, guys. Go on then.
You shouldn't judge things by the way they look.
How should you judge things? How should you judge people, human beings? By getting to know them. Yeah? You shouldn't, nobody in this group or in society should judge people on just the way they look.
What hopefully this shows you, well, can anyone tell me what this map now shows you? Can you just straighten it up a bit? Okay, if you look at different parts of the culture, when we're looking at the sport, the music, TV, the films, you know, everything along those lines. We could have gone into clothes as well. We didn't have time. What does it tell you about how culture kind of affects our lives?
Well, there's different cultures around the world.
Yeah, different cultures all over the world. Of course, how do they affect our lives? What do you think?
Well, there's all like different cultures, but like everyone can accept them all.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what would happen if you didn't accept cultures, different cultures to come into your lives? What would your life be like? It would, because we'd say, well, get rid of all, no hamburgers, sweets, no chips, right, no spaghetti bolognese, we're not having any of these Premiership players, no peanut butter, no...
frozen on the pitch, but there were children in the corner and they began to do monkey chants. Now, yeah, I think my approach would have been slightly different had they been adults, but because they were children, I think I was able to sort of laugh it off, and I just gave them a smile and walked away. But other than that, I've been pretty, my career over 10 years, past 10 years, I've been free from any form of racing from the crowd, so I've been pretty fortunate in that respect. I suppose football quite a bit different to rugby in terms of supporters, I think. So I think we as rugby players are quite fortunate. So.
Hi, my name is Luke and I'm from St Joseph Primary. What have you done for the charity?
Good question. What have you done for the charity? I'll start to give time for these guys to think. Well, what I've done is I've dedicated my life basically as I shared with you before. I wanted to go into an occupation or do something with my life when I retired to help youngsters. And what I've done over the past year is I've visited as many schools as we can get into, as many youth clubs, as many community centres, sports clubs, evenings, anything where I've had access to youngsters. You know, even this week alone I've been all around the country speaking about racism, offering an education to youngsters like yourselves. Because when I grew up, and I'm pretty sure with the guys on the panel, we weren't offered this opportunity. You know, we had to learn. Nowadays, you get offered this opportunity to just have a little bit of education on it. So for myself personally, I think I've dedicated a few hours of my life. But I'm going to go along because I think Dean has something to share with you as well.
When you look at the question you just asked, it's not about giving bags away or balls away or signing things as representatives of the charity and the organisation. The real work comes from you guys to practice what you preached every day. And when we go into our work environment, that we make sure that we have set the standards for our guys to make sure that they can practice, perfect practice, what we're trying to achieve by giving you the awareness to making you support this organisation, which is doing some remarkable things. So as much as it's not materialism, it's actually vocal, it's actually doing something by preaching what we believe in is the right thing to do, to make sure that every person, no matter what colour they are, there is no racism in sport in general, and we practice that in the classroom and on the playground as well. So by every day making sure that you practice the right beliefs, that you look after the charity itself, and the charity and the organisation will grow. Okay?
The best question goes to Ryan in Ringwood.